It's another big-time winter storm blasting central and eastern Kentucky in the coming days. Significant sleet and snow accumulations highlight the forecast coming up.
Getting ready for more snow, city leaders and road crews around the Bluegrass tell us their plans for dealing with this latest winter storm.
And a major development tonight in the search for a man. Lexington police have now connected to more than a dozen robberies around the city.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. Brace yourself. A major winter storm is heading right towards the Bluegrass. It's expected to bring everything from heavy rain to heavy snow.
The entire viewing area is now under a winter storm warning. It is a first alert severe weather day. So we begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He shows us what he's tracking on the first alert defender. Chris?
Yeah, as you said, this is a multifaceted winter storm on the way over the next 48 hours. We're going to have basically nonstop action that begins with heavy rain later tonight and into Wednesday morning. That can produce some flooding. So if you're in a low-lying or flood-prone area, keep an eye on the creeks and the streams later tonight into tomorrow morning. By the middle of the day tomorrow, we're going to see the cold air catching up to the precipitation, then overtaking it. As a wave of low pressure develops, snow and sleet will kick into high gear tomorrow evening and tomorrow night especially. Heavy snow is likely with significant snow and sleet accumulations that will carry us through Thursday. Because of that, it is a winter storm warning that is out for the entire state for the tune of anywhere from 8 to 14 inches of sleet and snow in the area I've highlighted here in the pink for the heaviest band of snow to set up. Now, can that creep a little farther to the south? Absolutely. Some of the latest data in this afternoon suggesting that it is trying now to inch a little farther to the south. So southern Kentucky, more sleet than snow as of right now, but stay tuned as we continue to watch the evolution of this storm tonight. We will have additional updates to not only the totals, but the placement on those totals as well. Flooding, the other primary factor we'll keep an eye on later tonight, tomorrow morning. Flood watch is out for all of central and eastern Kentucky, and no wonder. We're talking about an inch or two, if not locally higher amounts of rain. That is before we get in to the sleet and snow portion of the program. Live first alert defender as of now, just some spotty showers around, but guys, that is a steady band of rain that is developing across northern Kentucky as the evening wears on. That is going to sink its way onto the south, and behind that, we will see the floodgates begin to open up on some much colder air. We will track that cold air and the impending snow and sleet storm when I come back in less than 15 minutes.
Chris, we'll see you then. Thank you. The last few weeks have been exhausting for road crews with multiple winter storms, and now they're getting ready for this latest.
Our Jordan Valines talked to Lexington city leaders late today. She's live with their plan for this next round of heavy snow. Good evening, Jordan.
Hey, Sam, that's right. Right now, those road crews are at home resting. They will return here to the salt barn, though, tomorrow morning, and they say that they're more than ready for a second round of snow. Now, the director of streets and roads spoke with us this afternoon. He said they have enough salt on hand to handle a winter weather event like the one we saw just 2 weeks ago. When I asked the director about how this winter compares to last year's winter, he said it's pretty much been a tale of two winters. While last year's seemed never-ending, this year's winter has been hard-hitting.
This year we thought we were skating through pretty easy, and we got walloped with this big one followed by sub-freezing temperatures. But luckily, you know, we did learn some valuable lessons last year as far as our equipment and maintenance.
Now, road crews will begin their 12-hour shifts starting tomorrow morning. Live in Lexington, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Georgetown Mayor Tom Prather says his city has a new snow plan to help them deal with the winter storm. The plan divides the city into quadrants along Main Street and Broadway. Mayor Prather says that way crews can work on all parts of the city at the same time. Now, the mayor also says that both Georgetown and Scott County have plenty of salt on hand to put on all the roads.
You'll see both the city and the county pushing snow as soon as the first snowflake falls. And then we intend to stay on that job and not let this storm get ahead of us.
Georgetown's mayor also says people in Georgetown, he wants them to park their cars off the streets between tomorrow morning and Thursday night. He says that will make it easier for road crews to plow the snow.
Well, before the snow arrives, heavy rain could be a problem across parts of Kentucky. Creeks and streams could rise to flood stage. As Victor Puente tells us, that part of the storm has Powell County leaders concerned as well. He continues our First Alert weather team coverage.
This county has had water problems for the past few weeks. Thousands of customers have been unable to get it, but they could have new water-related issues in the coming days. First flooding, then snow. Powell County's new Emergency Operations Center got a lot of use last month.
We learned a lot from this past storm that we just come through.
This morning, officials from every fire department, police agency, utility, and government office met at the center to discuss what they did right and what they can improve. They also took a conference call from Kentucky Emergency Management about what to expect over the next few days.
This could start out as saving people from flash floods and end up getting people out of their homes as snow comes down on us.
Which could put a strain on the people responsible for keeping people safe.
The ability to get your equipment back into shape and your people rested in order to go right back into another one's been one of the biggest challenges I think we've faced.
A representative from each group is scheduled to be here when that storm does come, which could make sure the most important 911 calls get where they need to.
Obviously, we're going to get calls for water line problems, road condition issues, trees down, power outages. But then what we have to remember is on top of that, we do get our day-to-day emergency calls.
Judge Anderson says the way the people here responded has helped. He's hoping they can do it again. One other issue they're having to consider is the boys' 14th Region basketball tournament. That's scheduled to take place at the high school Wednesday and Thursday evenings. The judge executive says this storm could impact those plans, but they won't know until it gets closer. In Powell County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Anderson says currently most people living in Powell County have access to water, although that could change in the coming days. A rock slide caused some travel trouble in Perry County. The slide blocked one lane of Highway 28 near Buckhorn this morning. Workers had to bring in a machine with a jackhammer to break apart a large rock so they could move it out of the roadway. Well, we can help you track the winter storm even if you're away from your TV. Take control of the First Alert Defender and zoom right into your neighborhood by downloading the WKYT Radar app. You can also find the latest weather information and closings on WKYT.com, and you can watch our live streaming coverage on WKYT News app on your smartphone as well.
And now to a breaking news alert we're tracking in Lexington tonight. Lexington police say they have arrested a man wanted for a string of robberies at businesses around the city. Lexington police say they arrested 30-year-old Darnell Thomas Jr. at police headquarters. He's now charged with 14 counts of robbery. They already had an arrest warrant for him in connection to a robbery at the Tobacco Zone store on North Broadway last Friday. And that robbery was caught on surveillance video. Police say the clerk shot Thomas in the shoulder during the robbery, so he's now at the hospital being treated for that wound. After the arrest, police say they were able to link Thomas to 13 other robberies at Lexington businesses. Some new developments tonight in the case against a man accused of killing 3 people at a Danville store. A hearing was scheduled in Boyle County this afternoon for Kenneth Keith. As Kristen Kennedy tells us, Keith's attorney says her client is ready for this case to move forward.
Kenneth Keith wasn't in court this afternoon, so his attorneys reset the date of his pretrial conference. Keith's attorney, Bethany Stanziano, told the judge Tuesday doctors were performing a competency evaluation on her client. She told them they took Keith in for the exam Monday morning, and as of Tuesday afternoon, they were still working with him.
I'm not a doctor, so if I have any doubt, I have to get him evaluated. So he's being evaluated.
She'll wait for results to return before she appears with Keith again in court, at which point she says she plans to file a motion for a change in venue.
I don't believe that Mr. Keith will get a fair trial in Boyle County because of the publicity and the media that's been pretty abundant.
Keith is accused of shooting and killing a couple who ran a local thrift store, ABC Gold Games and more, Michael and Angela Hawkinsmith, and one of their customers, Daniel Smith. All 3 died inside the store September 2013. Stanziano says her client's ready to face a judge.
My client was frustrated with the timeline. He's still frustrated, but it's not going to happen overnight. He's just wants his day in court.
Keith is expected in court May 5th. In Boyle County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Keith's attorney says he will be in court for that May court date.
Police in Laurel County say they're still trying to figure out what led to a shooting that injured 2 people. It happened last night at a home on Hazel Patch Road. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says someone reported a home invasion at the home, but investigators aren't sure if that actually happened. Deputies say they found the homeowner, 47-year-old Pamela Newcomb, shot in the stomach, and they soon learned about a second victim.
We ended up at that residence having one person shot. We had another person show up at the Somerset Hospital a couple of hours later after the shooting with a gunshot wound that was related to that incident.
Deputies identified the second victim as Ricky Eversole. Both he and Newcomb were taken to UK Hospital. Police have not charged anyone for that shooting.
Lexington's Government Center is expected to reopen tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. It's been closed the last 2 days following an electrical fire at a nearby parking garage. Newly released surveillance video shows flashes and sparks from the fire on Sunday night. The crews had to turn off power to the Government Center so they could install the new wiring. The power was turned back on today, and city leaders say a heating system is warming up the building. Mayor Jim Gray says the electrical fire was caused by water from thawing pipes getting into the electrical distribution center.
It is the last week of the regular season for the UK basketball team, and tonight the Cats look for their 30th win of the year on the road against Georgia. Lee K. Howard joins us now from Athens with a preview.
Hey guys, well, it's almost unfair when you compare the amount of talent on Kentucky's roster to almost any other team in the country. And from game to game, it's anyone's guess who will lead Kentucky on that particular night. The previous 2 games, it's been Trey Lyles leading the scoring. 1 month ago when Kentucky and Georgia met, Andrew Harrison scored 23 points for the Cats. Cal has all but stopped platooning and is now rewarding the players that are playing well.
I only need 5 to play well. And when you have 9 that you're playing and you still have another guy or 2 if you need them, but the 9 you're playing, I only need 5 of you to play well. And if 9 are playing well, then but 5 playing well, that's okay too. And if you want to play, get in there and ball.
We will see tonight how quickly John Calipari goes away from that platooning as he goes for win number 30 on the season here in Athens, Georgia. At Stegman Coliseum, Lee K. Howard, WKYT.
Lee K., thank you. That game is at 9 tonight. It airs on ESPN. You'll be able to see Coach Cal's comments after the game live here on WKYT News at 11.